Before we get started, subscribe to my channel. Man, if you haven't been watching Judge Joe Brown, this man is brilliant. Just listen to him break down Obama's family tree and how he's connected to the Bushes, and it's almost unbelievable. He shocked the people there on the podcast. Check this out. Let's watch some of this together. You tell me what you think.
It's same thing with Obama, the first black American. Well, yeah, technically, I guess, but he has no mama, no daddy, no aunts, no uncles, no grandparents that went through the black experience in the United States of America. If you are born in American Samoa, the Canal Zone, Puerto Rico, you can run for president. But now, here's the problem. Obama released a birth certificate when he was enrolled in college, and it lists on there the room number, the phone number of the pediatrician who did the delivery. It noted his mother was 18 years, 3 months, which meant she got knocked up at 17. And she was a citizen of Canada, and it lists all of the details. The phone numbers were working ones, so that's one birth certificate. But he's in the White House for 18 months before he gets one from Hawaii. Now, the problem with that, I see, is two people that were on my show worked on my show first couple of years were from Hawaii, and they needed the passport because they were going to take a trip. So I'm in my office in the headquarters for the show, and I made the phone call to the Department of Vital Statistics in Hawaii and had them expedite the delivery, and they got their birth certificates in 48 hours. So if I can do that back in 2000, to hell with the President of the United States taking 18 months to do it.
Wow.
See, I don't buy it. The other thing, too, is where he went to school. Now, 20-some years ago, more than 20, my now ex-wife wanted me to send my oldest son to one of the same places over there. In fact, the same place he went to school, and when I checked, I said, this boy is not earned this, because the tuition, not including room and board, was $95,000 a year. And I talked to two people, one of whom worked out in Hollywood and one I met in Hawaii some time ago, who bragged about going to school with Obama. And they said the tuition when they went there with him was $45,000 a year, not including room and board. Little rich kid.
Wow.
So his father, Lolo Soetoro, was an interesting person. He was international executive vice president for Standard Oil. He also, that guy on the left.
This is apparently Obama's father, you're saying?
This is his adopted father who adopted him when he was about 2 years old. Now, he is an interesting person. Wow. He also was a major in the Indonesian army from 58 to 1962 or 3, and he ran the death squad. So there was allegedly a warrant out for him from The Hague for mass murdering or being responsible for killing 500,000 people. Jeez. Back in the late 50s when he ran the death squads. We studied this in comparative international law back in the late 60s. I remember that guy. I had no idea he was connected. But anyway, as vice president for Standard Oil, at the time in question, it was believed that Indonesia sat on the world's largest oil reserves. So Standard Oil wanted to get into that, but they couldn't under American law, so they propped up their vice president financially. Wow. He ran the death squads, had a lot of muscle, so he wound up becoming the oil tycoon for Indonesia. And when he died, he was one of the richest men on earth. Now, he supposedly died from the cumulative effects of 3 separate automobile accidents, which basically came from the fact he was a master spy. The U.S. protected him because at the time, he was running the spy operations for the CIA as a contractor in China, North Korea, North Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos. And remember the NAMs going on at this point in time. George Herbert Walker Bush ran the CIA under the Ford administration, and George Herbert Walker Bush was cousin to his wife, Obama's mother, and Obama's mother's father, Obama's maternal grandmother, was first cousin to George Herbert Walker Bush. So the family relationship in there, they all had fun and games from Bush's experience with his CIA connections when he ran the CIA, and Lolo Soetoro, and also through his second cousin who was married to him, and also through the father-in-law to Soetoro, who was his first cousin. So it's an interesting little filial family relationship that they have. Now,
sir, does this all date back to the Sam Hinckley situation?
Yeah, Sam Hinckley. So
what the hell is going on here, buddy?
I could sit here all day, and I vote for him. He should run for president.
1,000,000%.
So here's the other thing.
Wow.
Want to get another one?
Yeah.
Brad Pitt is a cousin to these guys.
Now where Hollywood's involved, the CIA, president,
Wait a
Oval
minute.
Office.
Warren Buffett is a cousin
Oh
to
my
this
God.
bunch here.
So they're
Fortune
connected. So
500?
this is a connection.
Sam Hinckley had some sperm that had a cape in it. Everyone had a cape, you know.
Obama and Brad Pitt are cousins, ninth cousins to be precise.
Yeah.
On the campaign trail last year, it emerged that the two share a common ancestor, Edward Hinkman, who died in Virginia. Is that part of the San
That's
Hinckley
another one.
family?
Yeah, that comes
what
from
the
Hinckley.
F
So they're
is
all so
happening
basically,
right
Judge.
now?
They're all
Part of the
connected.
Virginia
So no
Hinkleys.
matter what, these guys they run the show. And
Yeah.
they're all connected.
You see this thing where Michelle and George W. get to giggling and he gets
Yeah.
the candy? What I hear from the inside sources is that's the same candy that he used to give to her husband when he was a kid. Now, there's a picture I stumbled onto that you could Google, but you can't now. And when I ran into it, he was still in Illinois in the state house. And what that was about was there's a picture where Lolo Soetoro is standing up with a golf club. George W. Bush, Herbert Walker Bush, soon to be president of the United States, is standing up with a golf club. And then sitting in a golf cart with his arm around a 7 or 8 year old kid standing next to it is George W. Bush, and the kid is Lolo Soetoro's adopted kid, Barry Soetoro, soon to be Barack Obama.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So are you saying that Obama met the Bushes when he was a kid?
Yeah, they grew up together. They used to hang around.
Wow. Now that was very interesting. You guys have a great day, and thanks for watching, and subscribe to my channel, and have a great day.